States within the path of totality. Maps show where and when astronomy fans can see the big event. The total eclipse will first appear along Mexico's Pacific coast at around 11:07 a.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Time, then travel across a swath of the U.S., from Texas to Maine, and into Canada. About 31.6 million people live in the path of totality, the area where the Moon will fully block out the Sun, according to NASA. The path will range between 108 and 122 miles wide. An additional 150 million people live within 200 miles of the path of totality. Solar Eclipse Path of Totality Map for 2024. The total solar eclipse will start over the Pacific Ocean, and the first location in continental North America that will experience totality is Mexico's Pacific coast, around 11:07 a.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Time on April 8, according to NASA. From there, the path will continue into Texas, crossing more than a dozen states before the eclipse enters Canada in southern Ontario. The eclipse will exit continental North America around 5:16 p.m. NDT from Newfoundland, Canada. The path of totality includes the following states: Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Small parts of Tennessee and Michigan will also experience the total solar eclipse. Several major cities across the U.S. are included in the eclipse's path of totality, while many others will see a partial eclipse. Here are some of the best major cities for eclipse viewing, if the weather cooperates. San Antonio, Texas, partially under the path. Austin, TexasWaco, TexasDallas, TexasLittle Rock, ArkansasIndianapolis, IndianaDayton, OhioCleveland, OhioBuffalo, New YorkRochester, New YorkSyracuse, New YorkBurlington. VermontMap of when the solar eclipse will reach totality across the pathNASA's map shows the path of totality for the April 8, 2024 eclipse. NASA. The eclipse will begin in the U.S. on the afternoon of April 8. It will first be visible as a partial eclipse beginning at 12:06 p.m. Central Daylight Saving Time near Eagle Pass, Texas, before progressing to totality by about 1:27 p.m. Central Daylight Saving Time and progressing along its path to the northeast over the next few hours. NASA shared times for several cities in the path of totality across the U.S. You can also check your zip code on NASA's map to see when the eclipse will reach you if you're on, or near, the path of totality. How much of the eclipse will you see if you live outside of the totality path? While the April 8 eclipse will cover a wide swath of the U.S., outside the path of totality observers may spot a partial eclipse, where the Moon covers some, but not all, of the Sun, according to NASA. The closer you are to the path of totality, the larger the portion of the Sun that will be hidden. NASA allows viewers to input a zip code and see how much of the Sun will be covered in their location.